sharing with us your baby. It's really nice. Okay, so comments by the judges, please.
So can we ask questions?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'm sure we have some other questions, but just the first question is on the mechanics, right? So the first passenger that you described, he will pay the fare to the taxi driver when he gets off, is it?
Sorry?
The passenger will pay the fare to the cab driver when he gets off at destination C, lah.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
The full fare
He will enjoy a discount.
as well.
So, for example, ERP charges, city charges, all these are fixed costs. So that will be able to share between whoever's on the cab at that time. So our tablet will actually calculate out all the different various meter fares for each passenger. So when you get off, I click onto the tablet screen and you will pay that fare that I show you on the screen. So we have actually worked out with all the mechanics already.
Fair enough. And what is your revenue model? How do you make money?
Okay, so basically, we didn't show it here because it's only 5 minutes. We did a revenue projection because currently there are like, I think about like 2 million, 1 or 2 million taxi, and it's increasing, I think at like 1 or 2% each year. So actually we are going to rent out, as in not rent, we are going to give to the tablet, to the taxi driver for the first 2 years free of charge, meaning whatever, as in they don't have to pay us upfront until someone actually use it. So we are going to charge the commission instead. So for every transaction, right, as you see, because our tech has some system connected to our system, so we can track down how many passengers actually make use of this app. So we are going to charge a few percentage, let's say 10% of the commission. And that's how we earn money for the first 2 years. When it gets actually more popular and the taxi drivers see the benefit of it, we may charge $5 a year for rental, just to maintain the tablet. And we have found out like actually that in India they actually source out like very cheap tablet, like $30. It's really cheap, and it's possible to do this. We have calculated out and we see the value and in the revenue projection. I think we are going to break even in 1.5 years. Because of the fixed asset, like in the beginning is quite high in the sense, but slowly if everything goes smoothly according to our marketing strategy, we should be fine. Yeah. And we can show you the slides if you want at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea for taxi sharing. There's actually quite a few number of them that came out previously and failed. So just wanted to ask you, do you understand why the previous apps failed? What do you think is the biggest challenge for people to take up your service?
For our service, actually we think that the previous cab applications, they failed, right? Because everyone has to liaise with each other before they can actually take a cab together to a destination. They have to meet beforehand, they have to talk to each other beforehand, and this is actually a problem. So if along the way I can hop onto an occupied cab, I mean, it solves a lot of inconvenience issues and
the two issues that we mentioned beforehand were actually the weaknesses that we found from Grab, Taxi, and Go My Way. Yeah, the one about inefficient pooling.
Are any of you a driver in Singapore?
Sorry?
Are you drivers? Do you drive?
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think one of the biggest challenge that you might face is that most of the long distance fares usually end up on expressways and they won't stop anywhere else when they get off. So, and for passengers to benefit from a percentage discount, like 10-20%, you need to be a substantial amount of taxi fare. So if it's $50, $60, I might use your app. If it's $10, I will spend the trouble to make a detour. So that could be an issue because if you go straight onto the expressway and end up at your destination, then there's no way people might use this for long distance fares.
Yeah, for us, actually we were thinking more of the convenience rather than the cost, because like one example is in the morning when working adults are traveling to the CBD area, we noticed that a lot of them try to flag cabs but are unable to, they're occupied by 1%. Yeah, so I think that's our focus.
Sorry, just one simple question. I was just wondering, right? Would the cab companies actually be okay with you putting this tablet in your taxis?
Yeah, that was our concern. But we thought that it would be good if we can actually incorporate this system into their existing tablet, because you know that all the cabs, they have this existing tablet where they show you how much you need to pay, that kind of stuff, right? So if we actually incorporate this system together, it'll be good lah. Yeah. And
Currently, like we are trying to make it a third-party kind of thing, so we don't involve the taxi company. Because as we want to establish the name first, like the benefit of it. Because like you see, the taxi company, they have their own tablet itself, right? But this one is like actually very easy to use type, as in that it won't complicate the whole scenario of the existing tablet. Yeah. So actually, it doesn't really interfere that much.
for a start, right, we intend not to actually talk to them first lah. Yeah. For a start. Then until when they see like, wow, damn good, then okay, then we take. Okay.
Alright, so are we done with all the comments and add-ons? Okay, thank you. That was indeed very, very interesting. Damn good.
Round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. Now we would like to, oh, thank you. Now we would like to invite the second group, Learning Sparks, up on stage, please.
A round of applause for Learning Sparks.
All right, you can start. Thank you.
Okay, and with that, we present to you Cut QQ. Cut the queue, get your meal. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's lunchtime. Great. But before you get to your favorite store, you spot the human centipede. Right. While a goat smell, a promotion, or a close deal might make your day, a horribly long lunchtime crowd will certainly crush it. Right. Frustratingly long queues, wastage of precious time, and huge opportunity cost. However, have no fear, because Cut QQ is here, and it is the remedy to your malady. Okay, first our target market, we have the consumers and the producers. Right, firstly the consumers, broadly anyone who purchases food from Cut QQ partner retail chain stores and possesses a mobile phone. And next, our target market will also be to the producers, which will be retail food chains. We are targeting food chains such as Kofu, Kopitiam, Koi, Starbucks, among many others to be our partners. Following that, moving along to our business model.
Okay, so our application Cut QQ will be a free mobile application available on 4 different operating systems, namely the Android, iOS, Windows Mobile, as well as BlackBerry. So how it works is that it will serve to eliminate the queue time required for you when you purchase, let's say, food from a retail food chain outlet. Okay, so the purpose of this application is to connect both the consumers as well as a large array of retail food chain outlets together in a single platform. So our business model will run on a user ID management system whereby the users will have to sign up for a user profile. So after they sign up for a profile, they'll have to top up credits into the system using either cash or a linking bank account. Okay, once they have these credits inside the system, they'll use these credits to purchase food from our retail outlet partners. Okay, so the benefits of this is that with one click, the orders will be registered and their preferred outlets will be notified. Also, after that, the preparation time required will be screened on the application. So the consumers will be able to walk down to the store, collect the things without the hassle of queuing up at all.
So now moving on to the strategic plan, okay? So basically there'll be two versions of this app. One will be available for producers and the other one will be available for consumers. Okay, so in order for us to tie up with these retail food chains such as Kopitiam, Koi, we intend to pitch our business ideas to these retail food chains. So for the Cut QQ producer app, it will be presented to the food chains, and the aim of this app is to collate the orders for the producers and to indicate, for the producers to indicate to the consumers what kind of food and beverages are there on the menu. And lastly, it also serves to indicate the preparation time to the consumers. And for the consumers, Cut QQ will hit the market as a non-discriminatory free app which is available for download.
Cut QQ's profitability will lies in the sales revenue, the increased sales revenue of our retail partners, as well as the advertising grants. Now, how does this work? Cut QQ service provides an added convenience to consumers, making them more likely to purchase goods and services from our retail partners. This will in turn increase the sales revenue of our retail partners. Cut QQ aims to take a margin of this sales revenue as our profits, and this margin will be determined by the amount of orders placed via the platform for each specific retail store. This will allow CutQQ to maintain a plethora of food chains on the portal while without compromising our profitability. Secondly, for advertising brand, we predict that as our brand reputation spreads, there will be more subscriptions for CutQQ, and therefore advertising firms will want to make use of this huge consumer base to reach out to their audience. And we'll be able to collect leads from the advertising spaces rent out. So in conclusion, that CutQQ will be able to obtain profits from two different sources. One would be the margin of our retail partner sales revenue, and the second one would be advertising grant.
So what differentiates us from the rest is that CutQQ is not a food delivery app. It's food delivery app services are not new, with smartphone applications such as Food Panda, which offers this service at a high cost. So our app just brings about a new kind of convenience. It just reduces the time of cuts down the time of that is spent on cutting queue.
Okay, so CutQQ is the remedy to your melody. Thank you so much, guys. Are there any questions? Oh yeah, but you need a mic. Oh, yeah. Hi, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. Okay, I don't really face that much of a problem because I don't work in the CBD, because startups don't have money to work in the CBD. Yeah, so, okay, but I can see the problem, and also it's a very good idea. One of the concerns I have is your revenue stream. You said that you will cut a percentage of the increased revenue. Am I right to say that? From the
A margin of the sales
a margin of the sales revenue, correct. So, from what I understand, during lunch hour and the lunch crowd, these stores are actually to their peak in terms of how much they can earn and how much they can turn over from sales. Because this is the period where they are the most busy, the kitchen is turning out the most food, they are probably maxed out in seating and takeaways as well, because a lot of people take tapao back to their office. So how do you foresee them increasing their sales revenue in that aspect? Because the kitchen can only come up with one bento per minute at most.
Alright, no, because you see, using this application, right, there will be no more waiting time. And then, so I mean, if we pitch this application to those retail food chains, they might, I mean, they have their own plans. They might want to come up with a specific department, people to just prepare food for these people who order through this application. And then so you go down, as consumers, you don't have to queue anymore. You just go and collect after like half an hour. So I mean, if you, the producers can screen it on the app saying like preparation time is 25 minutes, for example. So they have 25 minutes exactly to prepare that. And then when they come down, you just collect. Yeah. So I mean, it gives them flexibility in the way they sell the food, yeah, and the preparation time as well.
So I think it's a lot more on the sales side that you have to pitch the idea to the
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we've just been told that we're running short of time, so we'll just go a bit quicker and we'll ask fewer questions as we go along. So maybe just quick comment. I think I like the idea personally. I call up to make bookings or order my food.
Yeah.
So this actually replaces that the need to call up.
That's right.
And automate the process.
Yeah.
I do see some potential in this, in not just the ordering process, but also for those shops that do not already have an automated system.
That's
right. We can actually host this system for them. Right. So I think we can discuss this further.
All right.
Later on.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, guys. So next up, we have Francis Cafe on the stage, please.
Francis Cafe, please. Also, before we go on to Francis Cafe, can I just request that every one of you kind of just keep your volume down when each group is presenting, so it is always easier to hear whatever they have to say.
Yes,
Thank
please
you.
respect your competitors.
Okay, so everybody, a huge round of applause for Francis Cafe, please.
All right, you guys have 5 minutes and begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching for us. We are from Francis Cafe. France is Cafe. Is like international socialize. we are impromptu group. We're actually going to present to you now. Why are you going to create this Francis Cafe? Because we're going to make you all learn about the third language in Singapore. Have you ever feel a pain about like you learning third language for 4 or 5 years, but you could not speak in the right ways? Most of professionals, right, feels like the best way to learn a third language is like you must speak to the native itself. And in our cafe, right, we bring the natives to you. So, where we're going to put these cafes, we're going to put it in uni facilities, polytechnics, and near the hostels, student hostels, which have a lot of summer foreigners, students who is coming to Singapore to learn for 3 or 4 months. Why? Because right, most of the Singaporeans want to have opportunity to speak and practice their third language. For example, you want to learn about Japanese, you want to learn about Korean. How actually you learn more, better? You need to speak to the native Korean and Japanese, right? And opportunities about the international students, right? We bring them know more about the culture of Singapore and learn more about Singaporean slang from the direct native Singapore. And they got friends for hang out also in Singapore. Next, I'm going to pass to my friends, Francis.
Hi, my name is Francis. I'm here to introduce you guys about the. Sorry, next page. It's about facilitators for the cafes. One of our ideas is that. One of our ideas for facilitators is that we are changing into Korean cafes. And the food to be ordered is obviously it's going to be the cafe foods that we have is pastries that are famous Koreans being made in Singapore right now. And since Korean trends have been spreading worldwide, we wanted to introduce more about, we want to spread more towards the Korean food industries. And some of the ideas that we make currently right now is that we want to make more of the Koreans people to know more about Singapore cultures. So we want to think of ideas to bring Koreans, more Korean customers towards our cafes. One of our ideas is that we want to make projectors inside the cafe to bring to showcase more K-shows, K-dramas, and some Running Mans. So you see, you guys are surely watch K-dramas, K-shows under your blanket alone. Why you want to watch alone? You maybe want to watch inside some cafe with your friends. Then if you want to talk to some Korean people, you don't know what to talk about. So you want to talk more about your K-shows, and then there's a lot of things to talk about. Just say it only. Then we got these posters for those Koreans. Wonder Girls, 2NE1, or maybe some of you girls down there, all those Korean boy bands. We got all those swagger and post it on the windows for you guys. And yes, and we also want to invite some of the staff from Koreans, those hostel students. So they can work, not only come to Singapore, they can also work in Singapore at the same time study. We also want to invite more towards locals also, so they can know more of their international students, international staff also. So they can speak more of Koreans and promote more towards the Singapore and Koreans. Bring them together as one.
Okay, after these features, we also have a special event called Language Day. For instance, we have Koreans Day today, yay! And we invite Koreans to come and serve the customers. We also have Korean drama running in the projector. We also have Korean culture games inside. Not only Koreans, but also the other culture games and on the other culture days.
And over to the marketing part. I'm pretty sure that many businesses uses platforms such as Facebook and Instagram to publicize their products, and for Francis Cafe we are going to do that also. The cafe's photographer will take photos and post them on Facebook. We can also have a menu application as well as an Instagram to show the daily specials such as different food on different day. So Dewey mentioned that it's in every school and it's near hostel. This is especially useful, especially when we can collaborate with the school and have them publicized for us instead. So we'll make use of this opportunity and for those students who are returning home to their respective countries, they can spread to their family and friends so that we can know about the cafe. Yeah, so that they can know about the cafe.
Alright, thank you for cutting it short. Your time is up, so judges, any questions?
Hi judges, can we just have a quick debrief or any one final question about the product that was stated?
Sure, I think it's a great idea. When learning languages, is the best way to practice is to speak to the natives. I noticed that at the start of the talk of the presentation, it was actually for multiple languages to come together. But after that, it seems to be to deviate more towards a Korean cafe. So, we have to clarify on that.
Yes, because if you Japan all the languages all in one place, they will never learn one languages. They will just like Korean, then they just suddenly change to Japanese. It's not very easy to learn now. So we want to focus on the one trench that we all had in common, is Koreans. Because right now, you ask all the girls around, all the guys around, confirm they want to know more about Koreans really. Because they watch too much Korean dramas really. So right now, we want to focus on one trench, is Korean for now. Once the business were to go even further, we might want to make it more multi-language. So if right now, if you think about it, not only Singaporeans love Koreans, Indonesia, Malaysia, China, all like to speak Korean. Now don't want to speak Chinese, no Malay, no nothing, now Korean. Very good.
Thanks.
Alright, thank you judges, thank you.
Thank you, Francis Cafe, for that very interesting
take on,
your business, your little plan there. So we've got the final group of the day. That would be Hunt. Please come up to the stage.
Yes, let's make some noise for Hunt.
All right, Hunt. You have 5 minutes, starting now.
Hi, we are students from Singapore Polytechnic Student Entrepreneurs Club. And my name is Jin Rong. My name is Sam.
My name is Shu Hui.
James. My name is Thomas, and we are...
Okay, so we are providing a service called Hunt. So what is Hunt about? We are the bridge connecting online shoppers and all the different online sites. We want to be the Google for the next Google for e-commerce. Alright? So as you all know, that e-commerce market is growing rapidly. In fact, it's a $1 trillion industry. So set in 2015, the global e-commerce sales will be like 1.5 trillion. And for Singapore context alone, right, it will be 4.4 billion. So there's much growth in the e-commerce market. So there's many e-commerce sites nowadays, Qo10, Carousell, etc. So what do consumers hunt for? We hunt for many things. Hunt for food, hunt for places to go, hunt for clothes, and some even hunt for girls. Right? So problem statement is that what problems do the online shoppers face?
Thank you, Jian-Rong. Some of the problems we face today on online shopping is actually the online shopping now is not integrated. Why I say that is that I am a very kiasu person. I'm very money thrifty. So every single cent I count, every single cent I spend, I'm very particular. So whenever I go online shopping, I want to save my time. I go online shopping instead of going around at Orchard Road or whatever. So I go online shopping and I see many websites there. And what I look for is the latest trend, that is one, and the best price, that's two, and also the quality of the product. So we have websites like Qo10, Carousell, Second Good, or Asus, many of these, Zalora or whatever stuff. So when I find a particular item like a polo t-shirt, I always source for the best price, and the problem is it is very time consuming and I don't know whether the website is reliable or not. So to be able, this is one of the problems, and the solution, Sam here will elaborate.
Okay, thank you, James. Okay, before I go to start for the solution part, may I know who haven't shopped online before? Okay, means all of you shop online before. Only one guys here? Means all of you shop. Then who doesn't look at prices before you buy? Okay, so when it comes to solution, this is a solution. For we are basically the search engine by combining all the popular e-commerce website like Zalora and QO10 for Singapore itself. Okay, and we are able to help the user to search their specific products and at their specific region. So it's a very potential expandable business. Okay, it's not just in Singapore, we can be able to expand out to other countries as well. And so what are the unique selling point? So it's easy to compare specific products, prices, and even reviews. And we can even add in advanced filter search for user if they are very particular about what kind of things they want to search on, maybe even delivery stuff and the methods and stuff like this. And so with that, we reduce the trouble for user to keep browsing websites, search this, search that, then end up you don't know which link you want to go. But with this, we actually combine all the data together, and you're able to just browse through one website itself. Yep. And for this, I will pass to Thomas.
Thank you, Sam. So besides those benefits, we are actually be able to do some personal profiling. So you are able to create an account on our website and choose your preferences, like for example black in color. So your items and searches will actually be shown in the order according to your preferences. Besides that, how do you implement? You will be affiliates with those websites. You actually be able to access the open source database, which is free, and you'll be able to use all the APIs and show all the database results in our websites. So for revenue, I'll pass to Shu Hui.
Okay, so you may wonder like how do we earn from our business? So we will charge our retailers advertising fees, and as well as for every successful transaction, they will pay us for every transaction, and from there we will generate our revenue. So with that, we have come to the end of our pitch. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We are team Han.
All right, thank you very much. Judges, any comments?
Yeah, I'll just give it a quick one. So I was in China for a year, so I think the biggest competitor that you have now will be Taobao, because they are moving very aggressively into Singapore and Southeast Asia. That saying, I'm not sure how you're going to engage each individual retailers. Are you just going to crawl from their sites to take the open source API? But that would be difficult for you to eventually monetize the system, because if you're going to crawl from their websites, then there will be I don't understand.
Actually, regarding your question, so actually our website is not competing with the direct sellers. We are just a platform to connect the consumers to the sellers. So we will compromise of Taobao and other websites into our search engine. So we are like helping them, not like competing.
Yeah, I think that's all from us.
All right, thank you very much, Hunt.
Thank you, and now with the end of the presentation of our last group, this concludes the Big Idea Challenge for today. Alright, so while the judges are deliberating, we will actually announce the winners for this challenge tomorrow. So you guys all have to come back and attend tomorrow's session. We will be presenting the prize at the end of the session tomorrow.
We'd also like to thank all of you for being such a good audience, giving your utmost attention, and you lovely participants, of course, for eagerly coming up, participating, and giving us really good ideas, really interesting ideas, in fact.
Alright, they have 10 seconds to decide whether they would want to come up. So can we give them some time to think about it? You guys want to come up? Alright, come up.
Okay, come on up, Oroso. All right, one final group, guys.
Adaptability, another important resource you need to have as an entrepreneur, right?
All right, thank you very much, guys. Come on up as quick as possible.
So officially, our last group for today, Aroso.
Okay, so Rosa, you're 5.